Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Not So Budget Mom. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I properly named myself. Let's just put it that way, because I do not know how to budget whatsoever. But so as you guys know, the last couple weeks have been, well, actually the last, I don't know, especially since I've started this channel, it seems like it's either everything that can or will go wrong or has happened, or if I'm just noticing it more because I have a channel about my life now. So I don't know, one or the other. But as you guys, so let's catch everybody up. So as we know, my car started breaking down and I had taken it to a couple mechanics. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. One mechanic thought that he did fix it, and then it still kept breaking down on the side of the road. And I have a 2-year-old, and I have lots and lots of places to be. So it just came to a point to where I couldn't keep the car anymore because nobody could figure out what was wrong with it. And, so I still owed quite $15,000 on it. And so I was starting to worry, the longer that I let that progress on, if I needed to ever trade it in, that I wouldn't get the value back on it. So I ended up trading it in recently, and they did not offer me the entirety that I owed on the car when I went to trade it in. So I still had a deficit of $2,000. I ended up purchasing another vehicle, but I did have negative $2,000 equity into it. I put $2,000 down because of the negative equity. They wouldn't approve my loan for that much. So I ended up, they told me over the phone that I could use my credit cards to make that $2,000 down payment. And they ended up not accepting it. By the time I did all the paperwork, traded the vehicles and everything, they said that I had to use a debit card. So that ended up putting me in the negative because I did not have $2,000, but yet I needed the car because I have, a lot of places I have to go to and from. So anyway, that's where we had left off, with me being, really strapped for money again. But, I made it through. All of the overdraft fees, except for one, was reversed. So I ended up only paying about $34 on one of the overdraft fees. So all of my bills got paid, and I did end up taking the money that I cashed stuff, though, and use that for that week, as well as I did end up running credit card number 2 that I paid off up again to $400. But I have since paid it back off again, and I have enough money to re-stuff my envelopes. So I'm in a good spot now because I ended up getting some tax money back, and that helped out a lot. So let's go over it. This is not going to be in detail, and I will tell you guys, I almost thought about hopping on here and saying that I was going to pause my channel, for a little while, because I was really overwhelmed at the thought of doing this. And I'm just so busy right now. But I do know that some of you, by your comments, are invested in my journey. So it's not going to be as good as I would have liked it to, but I'm just putting something out there because honestly, I wasn't even going to do this right now. because school is really overwhelming me right now, just to be honest. So, trying to break it down a little bit. So on February 17th, after the mess of paying that extra $2,000 I didn't have and everything, I got, my job paid me $1,856.53. With that check, I paid my son's monthly medical bill, which was $103.50, my monthly Apple bill, which was $9.99, my monthly personal loan, which was $298.05, and I kind of want to, one second here, this way, guys, if I wasn't worried about, people out there like being all sneaky and stealing identities and stuff, because it would make it so much easier if I could just do this off of my stuff, because then it wouldn't become an extra chore. It'd be just something that I do. Okay. Number 3. Okay. So I just wanted to put it in relation to like my total debt so that you guys could have a bigger picture. So personal loan number 2, I made the, ignore it. No, it's not even in the camera. But I made the monthly payment of $298.05 on that. The daycare came out, which was $195. And then I paid my monthly Hulu, which is $16. It just keeps going up and up and up. And then I paid off credit card number 2 again once I got paid, because I really want to not go backwards on my progress. I really don't. So I paid that off again. So then I got my taxes, and then my boyfriend gave me $400. And so I paid the Adobe, which was $58.70. I've paid a lot of school expenses, guys, and I just paid another $400 this morning on that. But I finished paying off that review course that I told you guys that I put a down payment of $200 towards, because the total review course was $519. So I paid the rest of that off, and then I bought the review book that goes, with the guidelines and everything for school. And then I purchased the hotel for 2 nights for the review course. So that's where this $400 came from. So I really just used that extra money, to take care of my school expense stuff. That's, an extra thing I have to pay for. And then my life insurance came out, which was $49.56. And then I just got paid today, which catches this up. My employment paid me $1,667.45. Credit card number 3 came out. So credit card number 3, and that was $29. Daycare came out today, which was $195. And then my electric bill. I have been putting so much money towards this electric bill, and I still am not caught up. So as you guys know, like, I just put like $1,000 towards it. I think like 2 weeks ago. And when I logged onto my account today to pay this month's bill, it said that I owed like $730, or I was getting disconnected. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I've been throwing money at this electric bill, and it's like not going anywhere. So I ended up paying $500 towards it, and of course it charges me $1.50 fee every time I do. But now I owe 200 and something. So hopefully one day, hopefully one day that electric bill will just be, I don't even know. Because at this point, it doesn't seem to be like going anywhere. But I owe about 200 and something back on my electric bill. But I did pay 500 towards it today. And then my daughter's lunch, because I did not pay it last week because of all the craziness that was going on with being in the negative, I ended up paying extra on it because she was negative almost $3. So I just threw 50 on there because I had normally a lot for 30, but we did 50. And then after it's all said and done, you know, there's a lot of expenses that happen that I did not just talk to you guys about. As you know, the reason why I didn't do a video last week is because we ended up having to go to my dad's. And we stayed the weekend out there. So I ended up paying for a hotel room out there. And then all the travel expenses that went with that. You know, we've bought groceries and everything. Like this week, we've already bought our groceries as well. And I paid almost $450 just for groceries this week. Because we hadn't went to the grocery store in the past 2 weeks. So my bill ended up being double again just because we were playing catch up on some of the stuff that we needed. Because we've not been here. We've been in Kentucky. And then as soon as I came back, I had to go right back into work and school and everything. So it's just been really crazy. But after all of my frivolous spending, all of my spending with school, all of my bills and all of my groceries, the only thing I have left to pay for this week that's left on my to budget for is my Netflix, which while I was in Kentucky, my family told me that if I wanted to make it to where I was back on the basic plan, that they were fine with that because they haven't really been watching it. So today I went with the basic plan, which is $9.99, so whatever taxes and stuff like that are going to be. But starting next month, I'll be saving $10 on that bill. Because they did hear about the talk about Netflix saying that they were going to make it to where if you weren't on, you know, the internet account or whatever to the place that it was supposed to be, that they were going to start kicking people off of it anyway. So, you know, like Netflix, the thing is I paid the extra so that my family there could watch it. Because my family there will never purchase it. They're not even really TV watchers. And the only reason why it was on their TV to begin with is because when we stayed there last time, my son really was watching it for his cartoons. And then I just left it on there and told them that, you know, I would, because I had to upgrade in order to put it on their TV at that time. And I told them that I would just keep the upgraded one and they could just leave it on their TV. And they barely even watch it anyway. So there's no sense for me to continue to pay for the upgraded one if they're not watching it. So I took that down. So yeah, the only thing I have left to budget for this week is my Netflix, and I haven't put gas in my car yet. And of course, I do want to restuff my envelopes that I stole money from. You know, I don't even know if I think I ended up stuffing more cash that I don't think that you guys saw. I was going to do it in the video, but I had like an extra $100 that my boyfriend had given me, and I put it into the vacation slot, but I don't even think you guys seen that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch my videos. But yeah, I at least want to put $200 back in my cash stuffing envelopes, because I do know that I cash stuff like $121 or $120 in the emergency fund, which I ended up using the week that, I had to pay that $2,000 I didn't have, which was nice to have, for that. But yeah, I need to restuff my cash emergency fund, and I want to put more money back towards the vacation slot, because we are going to be going on vacation the week after I graduate, and that's in 5 months from now. So I need to start saving up for that now. But yeah, so as far as, debts and savings, didn't really make any leadway, even though, yes, I did pay it back off, but I mean, I had already paid it off and ran it up and then paid it back off again, credit card number 2. So yeah, so nothing extra outside of, the monthly payments. I haven't paid down any of this since then, but I did get a new car, so there's that. So yeah, I have $970 to work with. So I really, after my Netflix and gas, I should have enough on here to be able to cash stuff for next week's pay. All right, guys, sorry the video wasn't as much in detail, but honestly, I just wanted to make a video because I was contemplating not even doing this until things in life kind of slowed down, but I don't really think that they are. I really don't, because it's like 1 week right after another. So all right, well, you guys have a blessed week, and until Friday, I really appreciate all of you that comment with your advice and everything. It just lets me know that there's people out there that really do care about others and that have been there before. So you're not judgy, you understand. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.